Buenas noches, clase. It's Senior Lim here. I want to talk to you about this really difficult concept again. Unfortunately, my other video didn't work, so we're going to have to do this again. So, entonces, we have the subject pronouns and the verb ser. Okay, like I said, this is very, very challenging and it's very unnatural. So, I hope that this video helps out. Okay, so, anywho, let's go ahead and begin. I want to begin with subject pronouns first. Okay. So we have subject pronouns or subjects. Okay, in sentences, when you build a sentence, you need a subject and a verb, right? In this case, subject pronouns replace subjects. So here's the deal: if I want to say I, okay, I do this, I do that, I'm from Detroit, whatever, it's going to be yo. Okay, yo. All right. If I want to say you, like, hey, how are you? Or where are you from? How are you doing? It'll be tu. Tu. And tu is informal. Okay, it's informal. We use it for your friends, family members, so on and so forth. Okay. I say el. El means he. Okay, he. So he is from Detroit. He is from Elburn. Whatever, so on and so forth. Notice right here with the L, you need to have an accent on the L. Okay, if it doesn't have an accent, it means something else. Okay, and that we'll talk about that later on. Ella is she. Notice it's not Ella, it's ella. Okay, the double L makes a Y sound, so it's ella. Okay, and then finally we have usted. Usted means you, but it's formal. Okay, it's a formal you. Okay, it's a formal way of saying you. For example, if I'm talking to a cop, how are you doing? I would say usted. Okay. If I was talking to a friend, I would use tu. Okay, so once again, to recap, use tu with family members and friends, maybe someone younger than you. And then I would use usted for a person you don't know, that's someone maybe older, someone that you want to show respect to. Okay, so that's what you use usted for. Okay, but remember, tu means you and usted means you. They both mean you, but usted is formal. Okay, so notice that these are all subject pronouns. Okay, these are all subject pronouns, and they're all subject pronouns that are singular. Okay, we're talking about one person. Él is he. Ella is she. So if I was like saying like Bob or Johnny or Dave, and I want to say want to replace those names, it'll be él or he. Same thing with ella. If I was said Sheila, or if I said Jane, or I said Jennifer or Mary, that will be ella, and it'll be she. Okay. So now these are all singular. Let's go to the plural ones. Okay. Now we have subject pronouns that are plural. Okay, so if you want to say nosotros or nosotras, that will be we. Okay, nosotros or nosotras would be we. All right, nosotras is only used for if there's a whole bunch of girls for we. For example, if I'm a girl, Senora Lim, and then I have my girls with me, all my girls, and we're going out for a ladies' night out, it'll be nosotras. We, nosotras. Okay. Vosotros and vosotras means y'all, or you all, or y'all. And notice here you have an asterisk here. Okay, so what's this asterisk for? Okay, I will tell you in a little bit. Okay, but then I have ellos means they, ellas means they. Notice ellas means for only girls. So if I have a bunch of girls, it'll be ellas. And then finally, ustedes means you all or y'all. Okay. Now, here's the deal. When we talk about vosotros, vosotros or vosotras is only used in Spain. So if I want to say, hey, how are you all doing? It'll be vosotros or vosotras, and it's only used in Spain. Okay. Other than that, I would use ustedes. Ustedes is always going to be used, but vosotros or vosotras is only used in Spain. Okay. But they both mean you all or y'all. Okay. Only thing is that vosotros is used in Spain. Okay? But if I want to say, how are you all doing? I'm going to use ustedes. Okay? So let's look at the next slide here. This next slide is very, very important. Look, here's your chart. Here's this side right here on the left-hand side. These are all my singular subject pronouns. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted. Okay? On the right-hand side, we have nosotros, nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ellos, ellas, ustedes. Right here, these are all plural. Okay? Get to know this chart because it helps, for me personally, it helps me categorize each subject pronoun. Okay? Because, like I said, this left side right here, it's all singular. This right here, this right side is all plural. Okay? And if you even look at it from this angle, this first box right here, this is in the first person. Okay? The first person point of view, so yo, okay, or I. This is the second person point of view, or the questioning form of you, like how are you doing? Or de donde eres tú? Where are you from? Okay? And then finally right here, this is the third person. Okay? So if I was talking in third person, I would say he. Or if I was talking about myself in the third person, I would say Mr. Lim or Senior Lim would do this or that, yada, yada, yada. Okay? This is the third person. So get to know this chart because it's going to come up. It's going to be very, very, very important to know. Okay? Now, the next chart, or the next slide, you'll see I have about 14 questions. So what I want you to do is take out a sheet of paper. Okay? And on that sheet of paper, I need you to number it 1 through 14. Okay? Now, I want you to answer these questions. Okay? So what replaces these subjects? Okay? So I would like you to pause it. Not right now, but I will tell you to pause it. But I want you to tell me what replaces these subjects right here. Okay? So I have Bob and Julia, Bob, Julia, Bob and John, Bobby, yo, I, you formal, Julia and Jenny, both girls, Bobby too, and Juani too. I'm not in Spain, and not in Spain here. So here's the thing. For example, for numero uno, Bob, instead of me saying Bob, 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 what replaces Bob? Okay, it will be he. Okay, and for number 3, I don't want you to say Bob and John. I want you to say, or I don't want to say he and he. I want you to say they. Okay. For number 8, numero ocho, Bob y tú. That's like you all, or y'all. Okay. I'm just going to say that Remy is a guy. Okay. And I am looking for my answers. Okay. So pause it right now. Look at the questions, and we'll go from there. Pause. Okay, so you did those questions. You answered them. Great job. Good for you. But here's the next part. I want to talk about conjugations. Okay, and this is where it gets crazy here. Okay, the conjugation means the changing of a verb tense so it matches the subject. Okay, we do this all the time in English. You don't realize it because it's so natural for us. Okay, but in Spanish it's not so natural. Okay, and I'll give you an example. Watch this. This is an example of conjugations right here. Okay, so look at these sentences. Okay, I is from New York. You is from Lamont. He are from Arkansas. We is from Dallas. Wendy are from Wisconsin. What the heck is going on here? This is not proper English because they do not have the right conjugations, okay, in English. So you wouldn't say I is from New York. You would say I am. Same thing with you is from Lamont. You are from Lamont. He is from Arkansas. We is from Dallas. Wendy are from Wisconsin. Wendy is from Wisconsin. We are from Dallas. So that's what we would say, okay? It's the same thing in Spanish, okay? You have to match the subject and the verb. Okay, remember I told you to create a sentence, and I'm sure your ELA teachers will say this. The subject has to match with the verb. Okay? Subject has to match with the verb. So here's the deal. Let's take a look at the verb ser. Ser means to be. Okay? So we have to conjugate it. So yo means soy. Yo and soy go together all the time. Okay, just yo, it goes with soy. Yo soy de la Mont. Okay, the tu goes with eres. Remember, tu means you, and it's informal. Eres is it goes with tu. Tu eres de Elburn. That'll be like you are from Elburn. Okay. El, ella, usted. Okay, here are my subjects. El, ella, usted, or a name like John or Bob or Sheila or Mary would go with es. Okay, so él es, ella es, usted es, John es. So that would go with that verb es, that verb form goes with él, ella, or usted. So for example, I could say Julia es de New York or ella es de New York. It doesn't matter. Okay. So notice in black here are my subjects. That's my subject or my subject pronouns. And then in the red, that's my verb form of ser. Okay, so I kind of separated for you. Okay. If you look at my plural, the other subject pronouns for ser, all right, nosotros or nosotras, or a name y yo goes with somos. Okay, Mario y yo somos de la Mont. Okay. So if I have a name and I, like John and I, John and Bob, or John and I, Bob and I, Greg and I, Mary and I, that would be we. So that would be in the we form right here, or the nosotros. Okay? And that goes with somos. So Mario y yo somos de la Mont. We have vosotros and vosotras, okay? A name y tú, that's sois. Vosotros sois de Madrid. Okay? Remember, vosotros is only used in Spain. Okay, we only use this form in Spain. Okay, and then finally we have ellos, ellas, ustedes. Then a name and a name like John and Bob, Sheila and Mary, so on and so forth. That will be son. Okay. Once again, in black, these are my subjects or subject pronouns, and then in the red, those are my verb forms. Okay, so for example here, Julio y Juan son de New York. Okay, now I'm going to take you to the next slide. The next slide is very important to know. So take a look at the next slide. Listen, this is the verb form ser. Ser means to be. The subjects are in black. The verb form is in red. Yo soy, tú eres, él, usted, or a name is es. Nosotros, nosotras, a name y yo will be somos. Vosotros, vosotras, or a name y tú will be sois. And ellos, ellas, ustedes, a name and a name, or a name y tú will be son. Okay? So, this right here is very, very important to know. Okay? Very important. Okay? So I would say, in my opinion, get to know this chart. Like I said, this chart breaks it down. Okay? If you're not into charts, that's fine. But this chart right here breaks everything down. Okay? Now, the next slide I'm going to show you guys are my questions. Okay? So, once again, I want you to number it. I believe it's 1 through 8 or 10. I'm not sure. Whatever. I'm not sure. But I want you to, on that same piece of paper that you did with this, wrote all those answers for the subject pronouns, I want you to do the same thing for the verb ser. So, numbers 1 through 10. So, what I want you to do is give me the form of ser. So, like I said, here's my my subject. What goes with yo? Okay. Mi familia is one thing. It's my family. It's one family and it's one group of family. So it's one thing. Okay. Número 3. Juanita. Vosotros, Juan y yo. Nosotras, la familia y yo. Él, tú, and usted. So right there, those are some examples that I want. Okay. I want you to answer. So numbers 1 through 10. Go ahead and give me my answers. All right. And then go ahead and pause it. And then answer them. And then we are done with this lesson. So just under 15 minutes. 15 minutos. Okay. So hopefully you get this done. Hopefully it makes sense. I'll See you around. Hasta luego.